Hello everybody, welcome to our little escapades, welcome to my weekly vlog. This is vlog number 4, I think, off the top of my head. I hope you're enjoying my weekly vlogging. I hope it's given you a bit of an insight into our family life. If there's anything again that you want to know, don't be scared to ask some questions and I'll answer them as honestly as possible. This week has been a bit of a rough week. Not rough, just tiring. Rough's the wrong word. It's been a tiring week. I told you that we wasn't really doing much at the weekend. I forgot to mention that the weekend it was actually Darren's birthday. He was working on his birthday. He wasn't very happy about that. And we was meant to go to his mum's for dinner, and we didn't do that because we ended up being a bit ill and he needed a break. He's working very hard at the moment. So his mum brought round his birthday cake, which we had on Monday, I think. Yeah, we lit the candles on Monday, so if I took a picture I will put it in now. I can't remember if I took a picture, to be honest with you. It's been one of those weeks, and I've been up since 4:30 this morning. That's the time everyone decided to get up, so I'm very tired, very haggard. On Tuesday was my very first trip to the toy fair. The toy fair is in London, it takes place in London Olympia. It took me 2 hours, possibly over 2 hours to commute there and 2 hours to commute back. And when I was commuting back, it decided to snow. I was sitting on that train thinking, please just get me home, because the trains are notorious for, oh, it snowed, everything must stop. So thankfully I got home, but I was sitting there praying, please let me get home. The toy fair, I am exhausted. It's wore me out. I'm absolutely exhausted. I got there just before 10 o'clock and I left, I want to say 6 o'clock, probably 10 to 6. I did not stop. And this was thanks very much to my friend, my blogging friend Laura, who, it was the first time I met in person there. I've done some work with her, I should say children have done some work with her on toy reviews, and she organised going to see lots of different manufacturers, lots of toy manufacturers, lots of different PRs, and I met her at 11 o'clock and I left her at 5, and we stopped for about half an hour, if that, and it was just, I was carrying around a massive bag of paperwork as well, because we picked up all this paperwork when we got in. I've got to go through all that information still. I've got business cards to go through. It's all in a bag, and my arms raking from carrying it. I had my camera over my back. I didn't get out my big camera, so I didn't need to take that long. Why I took it, I used my phone for a couple of snaps. I should have just done that all along. And I have my little vlogging camera, so I did film some of it, but some of it is prototype. She's not allowed to talk about. I wasn't allowed to use the camera in certain sections, so it was very, very informative, also very, very overwhelming. There are hundreds and hundreds of toys. I mean, I really could easily have done 2 days. I could have done all of Laura's stuff. I managed to get some of my own meetings and then just looked around, because there are stalls that you can go in, approach and talk to people, but a lot of them are closed off. A lot of them you have to have appointments for. So the first appointment I had, which I was very excited about because they contacted me, was with Playmobil. They had seen the work I'd done on their advent calendar, and they asked, well, we got in a conversation, they want to work with us on something else that I haven't sent through yet, but they asked if we would like to, or I would like to visit them. So my appointment with Playmobil was at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I was met by a lovely lady who showed me around. She actually let me film the bits. She let me film what's coming out. There were a few things that I wasn't allowed to film, and you also have to sign an agreement before you go in, because they're showing you the whole year of what is coming out in Playmobil. Everything's there. Every month you walk round every table. This month, this month, this month. There are a few bits I weren't allowed to show you to film, but she let me film. So I'm going to put the stuff in now, and you can see exactly what will be coming out in Playmobil this year. There's some lovely bits, and hopefully we might be able to do some reviews of some stuff with her. Definitely I'd like to, even if I don't work with them, I would like to get the advent calendars for this year, because There's 2 amazing advent calendars coming out. I was just amazed by it. I really like the advent calendar, the detail, the stuff you got in. So there's 2 coming out. So even if I can't work with Playmobil directly with them, I'll probably do that off my own back again like I did last year. So here is my time in the Playmobil stand. My next appointment was with Sylvanian Families, and when you go to Toy Fair, they've got a list of everyone that's going to be there. And when I saw Sylvanian Families, I thought, I've got to just message them. They were my favourite toy growing up. They come out in 1985. I was 5, work out my age if you want. I was 5, and that's when I started collecting them. I loved Sylvanian Families for many, many years. And I'm sure even into my teenage years, I just loved them. Sylvanian Families was my favourite. So I was very excited. I sent off an email to them saying, do you accept like letting bloggers look around? And they sent me an email back. So I met with them. They showed me the displays of what's coming out this year. There's some new families. There's bits that I couldn't film, but there's some lovely bits. And I'm really hoping that I can get my daughter into Sylvanian Families as well. I'm excited to see what Sylvanian Family had, and it also gives me some ideas for gifts that I want to get. Love Sylvanian Families, so I don't know if I'll be working with them in the future, but it would be nice if something happened from meeting this lady. You never know, fingers crossed. I mean, that's what Toy Fair is all about, apparently, networking. It's my first time, so I'll let you know in a few months if I actually did get networking and get some jobs through it, because not jobs but like reviews for it. So fingers crossed. I'd love to work there. Playmobil and Sylvanian Families I'd be very happy to review and work with on the blog, because I just think they're lovely toys. They're great toys. Small World Play for Ethan as well. It's fantastic. So at 11 o'clock I then met up with my friend Laura, and she ran us round everywhere. We went all over the place. There's some that I filmed, I think, but other stuff was you're not allowed to film. So I'll show you the clips now of what I did capture. I don't think it was a lot with her, because there was a lot of prototype stuff we saw with her. Some great stuff coming out. Lots of blind bag stuff, and just, you know, everyone seems to be doing the blind bags. It's brilliant. And some have moved on as well, moved on how they're doing blind bags. So yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to work with Laura on the projects, but because it depends if we fit the briefs of what she's got to work, but I hope we do, because there's some great stuff coming out, and there's some great ideas for the children's birthdays. And it was a very interesting, how many hours were with her? I've got to have easily been with her for 5 hours. 5 or 6 hours I was with her and other bloggers, and we were just running around after, literally running around after, all round Toy Fair, and it is just so much going on. I'm still trying to process what I saw, trying to remember who I saw. I've got to go through the pile of papers and work out who I saw and just put 2 and 2 together and stuff. It was lots and lots of information. She was there for the whole 3 days. Totally understand why she's there for the 3 days, but if I can, I'll go through the footage and I'll show you some of the stuff that she showed me now. that was it. That was Toy Fair. Oh no, it wasn't. That wasn't it. I also got the chance to make another appointment on my own. After I come out of Playmobil, opposite them was VTech and Leapfrog. When I looked on the site, there was no contact details at all for VTech or Leapfrog, so I walked over to the desk and asked if they would meet with me, and they had an appointment at 5 o'clock, and I took it, and I went and I had a chat with a lady at VTech and Leapfrog, and she showed me around everything that's coming out. Again, no footage because everything's under wraps. They're working on lots of prototypes, but some really exciting stuff. If you like VTech and Leapfrog and learning stuff, there was some great stuff coming out, and yeah, no, I'm very excited about what's coming out there. Some things that I thought Ethan would absolutely love. I didn't actually see the PR there. It was just the company. There was no PR people that work with bloggers, so I don't know if anything will come of me showing my face there, but I just was not. It was lovely that they took the time to show me the products, what's coming out, and there's some great idea. They've got some great stuff. I can't obviously tell you about it, but there is some great stuff coming out, and keep an eye on the Leapfrog stuff. Keep an eye on it. There's some different things coming out from Leapfrog, and I think there'll be lots of fun, and I think there'll be stuff that I will be looking at for Ethan especially, and also that our little lady can use. So yeah, it was a very, very informative day. Very overwhelming, as I say, and I'm absolutely worn out. I'm just exhausted from it. All day on your feet. I'm not used to doing that now. I don't do all day on my feet anymore. And yeah, and now I've been home Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just catching up. Obviously I showed you last week what was coming up on the blog and all the stuff I've got to share with you, and I haven't really managed to do any of that. I did take photos and stuff, so I've got stuff to do today, which is why I'm kind of filming now. I've just done the school run, come back from the school run. It's a very wet and miserable day out there. It's that rain that it's in the air, and it just absolutely saturates you, but it's not raining, so it's a grotty day outside. It does turn out that Thursday seems to be blog delivery day. I had a lovely bunch of rainbow roses yesterday from Blossoming Gifts. It's taken me a while to get that right. Blossoming Gifts. And they sent me a bunch of rainbow roses. They want to work with me on my Mother's Day gift guide, and they asked me to choose some, well, bouquet for them, and I chose rainbow roses. I'm going to include them in my Valentine's gift guide and my Mother's Day gift guide. They are really, really pretty. I've never had rainbow roses before. I can't show them to you because Darren's put them up there and I can't reach, so I'm going to put a photo in now. And they are my lovely rainbow roses. Now, if you visit my blog and visit that review, there is actually a 20% discount code from them for bouquets of flowers. I'll actually pop it as well in the description below, so you can get yourself some flowers for your mum or your better half on Valentine's Day and Mother's Day, obviously, and you can get 20% discount if you use the code, and the details will be listed below and in the blog review. I'm also trying to work on a World Book Day guide. I haven't had that much feedback from that yet, but I don't know if it's because it's too early and people are thinking about Valentine's Day at the moment. But Matalan did contact me, and they asked me to pick 2 fancy dress costumes for the children. Now, I know World Book Day can cause some controversy over you know, Disney princesses or whatever, but they had loads of lovely costumes on Matalan, but I stuck with Roald Dahl for World Book Day, and I have picked up this one, and this is Matilda. This is from Matalan, and it's £16, so our little lady's going to be modelling that in the World Book Day. I really like that. It's got a Matilda bag, and it's a glittery dress as well, so I think she'll quite like to try that one on. So that one's for her from Matalan. Sticking with the Roald Dahl theme, I've got Ethan the BFG. So he's going to be modelling that one for you. And again, that was £16 from Matalan. So there'll be a review on my blog from those 2. Even if I can't get more costumes, there will definitely be a Roald Dahl themed World Book Day review for you. I really like those outfits. He's got the ears in there that he can wear. So there's 2 costumes for the review I want to do. I also got a lovely delivery of books yesterday. The books are from Room to Grow because it's National Storytelling Week next week. They have sent me The Wonderful Things That You Will Be, Press Here and Crab and Wow books to share with the children. So that's from Room to Grow, so there'll be that blog post to do as well. That's all the blog deliveries I had this week, so I've still got quite a lot of work to do catching up on the blog. This weekend's probably going to be a quiet weekend. We all need to rest and recuperate a bit. It's been a long week, long tiring week. I've also got lots of stuff to do, like housework, like housewives as well. Haven't been able to show you how I've got on with my house sorting out, but that just went out the window this week. It was just too tired, too much to catch up on, so try again next week. On Sunday we would like to go to the zoo using our zoo passes, but we've just got to wait and see what the weather's like. If it's anything like today, we won't be going. It will probably just be a downtime weekend really. We really need that. We're all kind of running on empty at the moment. I hope you enjoyed this week's vlog. I hope you liked seeing what was at the toy fair. Sorry I couldn't really vlog it there. It was just manic running around. I didn't have the time to vlog, but I hope you like seeing the products that are going to come out that I was allowed to show you. Thanks for watching this vlog, and hopefully I will see you again next week.